Dan in Denmark writes to me, what would you recommend for the best sound from a PC, hardware-wise? Meaning, should one go for a very expensive motherboard, or are external PCIe sound cards much better? And does this choice matter less if it's sent through a quality DAC, for example? I hope the question and the wording make sense. Well, I mean, yeah, it makes perfect sense. So let's talk about that, because for many years, I relied on a little Mac Mini for my music reproduction. Today we have those things built into what we call streamers, and the little boxes that we can take music from a NAS, network attached storage. We can take it from streaming services. We can take it off of just a hard drive inside. And I used that Mac Mini for many years. And one of the things that I will say right up front is the quality of the PC really has nothing to do with the quality of audio that you're going to get out, okay? Take this system here. Well, it's in the control room next to us. We're here at Octave Studios, and this is one of the most advanced studios in the world. We run a 32-track system. Every track runs at 11 million cycles a second. That's really fast when the average CD is running at 44,000 times a second, and high resolution's 192,000 times a second. We're running at 11 million times a second here, and we do it so that these wonderful microphones and that terrific piano get captured in the finest fidelity that is possible. The actual computer that channels everything and records everything, as long as it's fast enough to keep up with everything, I could care less. It's a stupid Windows computer, and I'm not a Windows fan. I'm a Mac guy. Okay, so we get that out of the way. We just made sure that the motherboard was up to the task, and life's good. So what does matter? Here's what matters. You don't want to use the internal sound processing engine within a Windows or a Mac computer. If you capture something off a NAS and you play it through your computer, it is naturally going to run it through its own little audio engine in there. And that you don't want to do. That's the danger. So in our system here, we use what's the Pyramix system, and the first thing it does is it grabs the data and it circumvents anything inside of the computer that would mess with it, and puts it right onto the hard drive or right into the processor, grabs hold of all the cores and does all its magic itself. There are lots of programs for PC and Mac that do this. We used to use a program called BitPerfect, and I don't think BitPerfect's made anymore. That was the Murrisons. Great program. Loved it. It was for the Mac. You get a program like, there's any number of them. Ottervana is a good one. Rune, of course. Now, those are subscription ones. There's FreeDB. There is, what else is there? There's, I'm escaping me right now, the other name. I haven't played with this for so long, so I apologize on that. But just look up programs that will circumvent the internal core audio engine and give you a direct output of the actual file. And here's the way you can tell whether it does this or not. If you're playing a 192 PCM file, your computer should output 192.24. If you change to 176, it should output 176. What'll happen is you'll set the sample rate. Let's say you set the sample rate of your computer to 96 kilohertz. Everything you play will either be upsampled or downsampled to that specified sample rate that you set inside of the audio engine, because it runs it through a sample rate converter and does all sorts of things you don't want that computer to do. Trust me. So JRiver is a good one. You can buy that. It's not that expensive. That's a good one. Like I say, there are some free ones out there, but I would absolutely install those programs first and don't worry about the hardware. As long as it's able to keep up with it, you're in good shape. Okay? All right. Thanks.